Hey guys, hope you're well. Just out today riding the 310 GS that's got the Rally Raid Level 2 kit fitted to it. As you can see, I'm on a bit of a choppy lane. To be honest, I've had to turn around. I got it up there, but the next section is even rockier. So I guess I'm just exploring the limits of the bike and also me itself. So I think I'm about done for today. The bike itself, so it's a 2021 bike, so it's a Euro 5 machine. You can tell by the black engine casing. And it's had fitted to it the Level 2 Rally Raid kit, which consists of the spoked tubeless wheels, so still a 17 rear and a 19-inch front, and then a new rear shock and new fork internals which add 20 mil of suspension travel and ground clearance. And it's also got the rental fat bars and the slight lift in the bars to give a better stance. It's got a Wunderlich power bronze screen. There is also a Scorpion can you can fit to it, although I've not got it on mine. And then we've got the Rally Raid sump kit, sump guard. So all in all, that adds about £3 to the bike. So it makes it quite an expensive budget bike. I think it starts to make sense when you add it onto a bike that you already own, or you add it on piecemeal. So for me, it's the suspension that makes the biggest transformation to the bike. The rest is purely or largely cosmetic. The wheels, for example, yes, they look a lot nicer, but do they make the bike ride any better? No, not really. Do they allow you to do this sort of stuff where the cast wheels wouldn't? No. You know, the limit of the bike is the bike, not the wheels. So really, you're looking at an aesthetic improvement with the wheels. Some guard's useful to have in these conditions, but it really is the suspension. You know, and the 310 GS has always been a really good bike. Not excellent at anything, not very commanding of attention. It's got overlooked in favour of other bikes with more power or more off-road ability or whatever, like the Himalayan, the CRF, the Vogue, even the 390 KTM. So it's always been a bit down on its look or overlooked. And it's always been a shame because actually the more time you spend on a 310 GS, you realise how much sense it makes as an all-rounder. It does most things pretty well. Like it'll do a bit of trail, it'll do a bit of motorway, it'll do a bit of A road and B road. And as an all-round package, it's pretty good but lacked polish. And I think it's the suspension that just gives it the confidence and the sure-footedness to allow the rider to press on that little bit more and widen the scope of their riding and really just maximise the potential of the bike. So it's a shame that BMW did pull back a little bit on the spec levels of the suspension, but you know, there are solutions to it. So, you know, I would say don't overlook the 310 GS because actually today I'm finding it really capable. This is the hardest lane I've done, but there's been other hard lanes and actually the bike's done really well on it. It's quite tenacious. You've not got a lot of chug, so you've got to be better on the clutch than you have, say, on a Himalayan or a CRF. And obviously the 19-inch front wheel is never going to be as suited to off-road as a 21-inch front wheel. It's just, you know, geometry. A 21's always going to roll over things like waterfalls much better than a 19. But as a hybrid on-road off-road package, it works really well, and I always find a bit of excitement in the GS because it always feels more willing in the engine department and in the handling department that it looks like it's going to be. So yeah, don't rule this bike out. Consider it alongside the 390 KTM. I think to me it's a better off-road bike than the KTM for the simple fact is the actual geometry, the standard geometry is much better on this than the KTM. It's a little bit more zippy than the Himalayan. It's a bit lighter than the Himalayan. It'll compare a little bit to the new CF Moto 450, but it'll be down on power to that. But what it's got for it is a nice manageable weight, 175 kilos, so it's not heavy. And I've enjoyed today struggling to get up some tricky lanes. And then on the road, it flows really nicely. So yeah, I just wanted to do a video, show you where I am, where I've been up to. I've been doing a lot of trip planning recently. I've got trips this year going to Iceland and Stella Alpina, Spain, Ireland, where else? America. And, you know, I've got a few bikes to choose from, but there's no reason. And actually, in fact, I might go on this rather than, you know, the Vogue or the new, even the CF Moto 450. I kind of like this package now. I like the way it looks. I like the way it rides. I'm happy with it. That's all you can ask for, isn't it? So what I'd say is if you're happy with your 310 GS, you're thinking about going up to a bigger bike because expectations says that you should, I would instead look at ways of improving it because for £1,000, you can transform a good bike into a great bike and you've saved yourself a lot of hassle of swapping bikes. Equally, you know, people say get a mid-sized bike, a Tenere or a Transalp or the V-Strom 800, but, you know, I'm having a go at this lane, but I know I can get myself out of it if it goes wrong because the bike's not too heavy. You try and get up there here on a V-Strom 800 or Tenere on your own, game over. game over when it comes down on you. Whereas this, you know, I can hold it. I can hold it through gritted teeth. So there we go. Gonna head home now. Need a cup of tea. Cheers.